I assure you that this place literally becomes like a living beast.
What was that? Did you hear that? That was more talking.
Whoa. Oh my God.
You're gonna hear screamings, you're gonna see shadow figures.
Something has it in for Ryan. They're trying to get to him. I've never seen him like this before.
That's weird.
It kind of look like there's a figure in the window down here.
You hear this woman just let out this like blood curdling scream.
I did too.
What? Oh. What?
That sounds like
screaming.
That sounds like Amy.
These people are in a world of their own, here because their communities can no longer care for them. What you're about to see is real, and for many, a real dilemma.
The electrodes are applied and the first shock is given. Trans-Orbital Lobotomy is performed during the stage of post-convulsive coma.
Saw people who were unclothed, saw feces on the floor, saw coeducational nudity, saw barbarism.
They gave me a shot of Halidol, and it was terrible. I asked for help numerous amounts of times, and they just said that'll teach you.
And in my opinion, there's no way that it can be made acceptable.
He says it's so bad that patients can die.
All right, Jason, Dave, we are inside the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, one of the most haunted places in the United States of America. It's infamous. There's so many deaths here and there's so many stories of hauntings. And a bucket list location, right, Jason?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have been waiting to come here for at least 20 years. This is just an iconic place. And I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a surreal night, knowing that we've got the asylum basically to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, to ourselves, but not necessarily to ourselves, because we were invited here tonight to help on this investigation by two friends of ours, Amy and Jarrad from Amy's Crypt.
Whoa, really?
Come on in here.
Hey!
Thanks for coming. We could use the help with this place. It's huge. It's massive.
Yeah.
There's so much going on here.
Yeah, it is. And to start off the night, I think what we need to do is get a walkthrough from Kyle, the tour guide. But then whenever we start investigating, we're going to split up. And you guys are going to go to certain places. We're going to go to certain places. So everyone watching, make sure you go and watch their video as well as this one so you can see the whole potential of the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, one of the most haunted places in America.
I've got a good feeling about tonight.
Me too. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You can kind of just feel the energy coming out of this area.
That's really awesome you said that, because for years I always stopped my group here and I say these words. This was once part of the exterior, right? Because this part was built as Camp Tyler. It stopped during the Civil War, then the construction started back up. I always tell people, you have this perfect storm, right? You have the Civil War soldiers that were over here, right? These soldiers who were injured, possibly even passed away from their injuries. You take that, you blend it in with the patients, what they went through, the experiments, the treatments, and all these different things that they had to endure. You blend those things together, and I assure you that this place literally becomes, like a living beast. So this room here was originally the cafeteria. Now, of course, the building was only intended to house about 250 people. And obviously that number grew to the thousands at one point. So they needed a much larger kitchen and cafeteria, so they did build that out back. So we do get interaction from a gentleman out here named Sarge. This was part of the original kitchen. We get interactions in here, and beyond that dark room in there is another gentleman that I've had a lot of interaction with over the years. He calls himself Jack. So he's more of like the trickster.
2 weeks ago, an employee was attacked by a patient, got 2 ribs broken. So people in these institutions are suffering and just cannot wait any longer.
So this is the infamous room of Lily. Lily was a little girl that was a patient here who passed away. We get a lot of interaction in here from her. She'll play with the balls, you put the balls on the floor. They have been known to move and things like that. Also in here, I have, as well as others, have gotten interaction from a gentleman. Be aware of that if you guys are in here and you do get any kind of responses from like an older gentleman, that it could possibly be true. So, but also you gotta also understand that these guys don't stay put, right? You know, they're not stagnant, they're not, you know, secluded to one room. So you do get interactions, you know, throughout the building, So this ward, as I said, is Ward 2. This would have been for the older children, for the teenagers, right? This room here is what we call the double suicide room. 2 patients did take their lives in that room. I've never really gotten anything significant in there. Where I spend most of my time is in this room right here behind you. This is the stabbing bathroom. There was a male patient that was asking for favors, right? Another patient got upset. He was actually helping in the kitchen, took a butter knife, kind of chiseled it down, grinded it down. The boy was in there and he stabbed him 17 times. The boy crawled out and got about 10 feet away from the nurse's station, and I'll point that out for you guys here in a moment, before he passed away. People say walking through here, they get their ankles grabbed like someone's trying to get their attention, things like that. I have gotten countless activity in this room. We was doing a spirit box session in there, and once again, only 5 of us. We were all in this room together. Over the spirit box and the external speaker, you hear this woman just let out this like blood-curdling scream.
Consensus of the staff is that the administration will not back us if we defend ourselves. I've been involved in several incidents where patients became uncontrollably violent.
This is Ward F. This is violent men's. So as you see, the ward looks a little different, right? Most of the wards, as designed by Dr. Kirkbride, are wide open. This one's kind of blocked off. And I'm going to show you guys why, if you guys follow me. So these are our seclusion cells. So you see that circle? Kind of stand over it and face us and spread your legs and arms out. So that's how you would have been in that room. You'd have been chained to the wall in the harness, 2 around your ankle, arms, and waist. And some of these rooms still have the eye hooks that they would have chained you to. Now, any staff member could put you in this room for whatever reason. It was also that staff member's responsibility to come let you out. So if they went home for like a long weekend or vacation, they forgot you, you stood there. The head nurse would have had to request the superintendent to let you out. Now, if you're being quiet, that door was shut. If you're being screaming and you're being disruptive and loud and crazy and wild, both doors were shut so they couldn't hear you scream.
Should we open it up, Jarrad?
No, leave her in.
Leave her in. Some of these open, some of them do not.
Wow, this is wild.
There was a patient here named Dean Matheny. He was transferred here. Now, because this was a violent ward, right? Not necessarily had to be violent patients, but patients that were deemed incompetent to stand trial would have been placed here. Dean couldn't speak. Therefore, he was deemed incompetent to stand trial. So he was placed in this ward when he got here. He was up here with some pretty bad individuals. One day, two gentlemen took the bed sheet, tied it around his neck, threw it over the pipe, would pull him up and down, torturing him over and over. One day, they hurt him. Afraid of being in trouble, they drug him across the floor, put the bedpost on the side of his head, jumped up and down on the bed until it ran that bedpost through his skull and killed him. The patients up here were saying they kept seeing a doctor in a doctor's coat, and there was no doctor up here. That was their claim when they ran out of the room, was that the ghost had killed their friend. So, was there something, that's always made me raise my eyebrow. Was there something paranormal to it, Or was it just two demented, individuals that took advantage of a patient who was harmless and murdered him? So real quick, this is an image of a young boy being lobotomized by Dr. Walter Freeman. The ice pick lobotomy was pretty much made famous here in Weston, so.
Turning now to the operation itself, very little preparation is necessary for trans-orbital lobotomy. This patient came to the hospital this morning after breakfast, and if all goes well, she will leave tomorrow afternoon.
The Trans-Orbital Lobotomy, now seen as one of the most barbaric and cruel experimental treatments in history, was once a cure-all in the field of mental health. A sharp ice pick-shaped instrument was inserted into the eye socket, around the eyeball where it was then hammered through the orbital bone, and into the frontal lobe of the brain. A windshield wiper motion scraped out and damaged the prefrontal cortex, severely hindering or even fully erasing the patient's personality and intellect. A man named Walter Freeman was arguably one of the world's most famous lobotomists. For decades, it's said that the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum was Dr. Freeman's experiment grounds, including a record of 228 patients lobotomized in 1 week. Disgustingly, he even coined the term surgically induced childhood to describe the effects the procedure had on patients of all ages, as those who survived a transorbital lobotomy would be left with the mental maturity of a child. The fatality rate of the procedure was 15%.
A lot of different types of activity up here, guys. You're gonna hear screamings, you're gonna see shadow figures, doors moving, doors shutting, doors slamming, things like that. There was a nurse that worked here from the time she was 17, 18 years old until she retired. The superintendent, or the governor, told the superintendent to give her a room. This is the room they gave her, and this is where she passed away. One night I was up here, I was just a new guide, still learning the ropes, and I was up here with one of the other ghost hunters that worked here, and I was kind of tagging along with him, and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna run downstairs, use the bathroom. As I'm walking down, I get about right here, and I hear, hey Kyle, we're going over here. I'm like, okay. I didn't have a flashlight on me, so it was pitch black. I'm walking down, I get to this doorway, and they're not there. Plain as day, like he said it from right here, hey Kyle, we're going over here. I walk through the transition hallway. They're all the way at the end of the ward in the last room on the left doing a session. So that was my first experience up here with the mimicking of our voices. You do get that a lot. It is pretty fascinating when you hear your self-talk.
Before we split up to start the investigation, Kyle takes us to Ward R, where they frequently see shadow figures in the hallway. And as he starts to tell us that he thinks we're going to have a good night, we all hear something chilling.
I really think tonight, guys, it's going to be...
What the was that?
I was getting ready to say, I think it's going to be a lot of going on when you're looking one way. It's going
And
to
my
be
battery pack just went. Right as soon as that happened, my battery pack's dead.
What'd you see? Did you get on camera?
No, it was like a squeaking door, like.
I heard that. I thought like.
Yeah, that's right.
Or like humming.
I thought it was one of us.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, I think it was down there.
I really think tonight, guys, it's going to be...
What the was that? What the was that?
That's what I was thinking. I think it's going to be a night where... Is it my voice? I don't think so.
Oh, no.
No, it's like it's a more of a...
Yeah, because it was like piggybacking over your voice.
I think what you guys are going to see tonight is a lot of... You're looking one way, and the stuff's going to happen behind you, which does happen. Which is interesting because you guys have more of the advantage tonight of capturing that because it's not like there's anybody else in the building. I'm interested to see what happens tonight. I'm really excited. This is awesome.
So now, it's time to start our investigation of the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. And we will investigate with Amy and Jarrad at the end of the night in the criminally insane ward and lobotomy recovery. But for now, we need to split up to cover this massive building. They'll go to Lily's room, the Civil War section, and the stabbing bathroom, while we investigate the 2 violent patient wards on the 3rd floor. Remember, if you want to see Amy and Jarrad's evidence, go to their channel and watch their video. As we get ready to see what waits for us inside one of America's most haunted asylums, hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe.
So right now, we are about to enter wards C and F here on the 3rd floor of Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Ward C was where they housed the violent, uncontrollable female patients, and Ward F was for the violent men.
Yeah. This is where the infamous bedpost murder took place down here in the men's ward, right?
Yes.
Just to make note, Amy and Jarrad are on the complete opposite side of the building right now.
Yeah. And this is the 2nd largest sandstone structure in the world. We're not going to hear each other.
No.
And also joining us here tonight is the one and only Polly Gear. We're really excited to have her be a part of this investigation here, so thanks for being here, Polly.
Sure, thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely.
If you notice this art that looks like wallpaper, this is actually painted onto a thick layer of lead paint. This was all hand traced, supposedly. And if you notice in other areas of the asylum, it's a little bit neater, but when you're in the 2 violent wards, you'll notice that the spacing isn't always even. And they said that that was because when the workers were in here painting this by hand, usually they were pretty anxious to get out of this area. It's kind of neat. So you'll notice little mistakes on the wall in here from where they didn't really try and do that good of a job.
Yeah. If you would like to, you can slam one of these doors. You can move anything. I'm sure living here was not pleasant at all, but we're here tonight to make you feel comfortable to speak to us and tell us your story. So if you have to move a door, throw something, whatever you have to do to let us know that you're here.
Hello there, my name is Jason. These are my friends Ryan, Dave, and Polly. Can you tell us your name? Now, we've heard some rumors that some of you ladies in here can be pretty downright unruly at times and nasty. Why do you want to be nasty?
Is anyone getting any weird sensations in here?
No,
I'm not.
Not so much.
nothing.
Are you?
I don't know if it's just me being flustered because of getting set up and everything, but ever since we stepped in here, I felt escalating rage, if that makes sense. I just feel like I'm about to like snap at any moment. And I don't know if that's something I'm picking up on empathically, but it's like a hair trigger temper right now, and I don't know why. That may sound dramatic, but
It definitely makes sense that you feel that in this area.
yeah, but I'm gonna walk down here for a second to this side. I'm gonna move out of that space that I was in because
I can't explain this feeling of rage that I'm experiencing. It feels like I'm on the verge of either having an outburst or just setting my camera down and walking away. And even though I have no rational reason to feel this way, the emotions feel very real. Strangely, shortly after I start feeling this rage, the activity begins.
You okay?
I feel very cold. Whoa.
That's strange because I knew as soon as you set that down, I was like, I bet you that's gonna go off sitting right there. Wow. Did you hear that?
I thought I heard something.
I hear people talking. Listen. I just heard people talking. Wow. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Hello down there, can you see us? You don't need to be afraid of us.
You can touch those lights again. They're just a way for us to know that you're here. So while we're here, we just had the REM pod go off, so I'm gonna pull out Ghost Tube. This is actually Amy and Jarrad's app that they have created as a way for people that really don't have ghost hunting equipment to be able to have equipment to use. The device's magnetometer can pick up on fluctuations in magnetic fields, and there is a word database inside. It'll say a word, and if there's any relevancy to it, it could be something paranormal, so let's give it a shot.
Do you see that red light down there by the day room? It's in the middle of the hall. Can you walk past it? That light will flash.
Anne, like the woman's name, Anne. If there is a woman named Anne here, can you touch the red light down there in the middle of the hallway?
What was that?
Did you hear a voice?
Yes, it was very distant, almost sounded like a yell.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Yes.
What was that? What was that?
Can you show us all the colors that thing can make down there again? I'm going to come and take it away.
Color.
Whoa.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Didn't you ask it to touch the color?
Yeah.
Show us what colors?
Yeah.
Do you like pretty colors?
You can make the colors light up. Will it help you if I walk down here to make you feel more comfortable to touch it?
What was that?
Did you hear that? That was more talking.
Yes.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
There's no way that's Amy and Jarrad.
There's no way in hell. No. And I have to be capturing all of it.
I'm gonna go see if I can find out where that is coming from.
What year is it?
Ooh, I think it said what year is it or something.
2022.
It was a phrase.
I don't hear anything out here. That was clear voices.
Hear that footstep upstairs? Sound like some footstep.
I hear it.
Hear that footstep upstairs?
Guys, there's no one out there. I don't hear anything.
That's wild.
Because this building is so massive, we have to be aware of how much time passes so that we can cover as much area as possible.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to probably hit F, and then if we spend 40 minutes on F, it'll be 1:30.
Yeah.
So however we want to cut that up, but we definitely want to hit this.
So it's time to move to Ward F, where the uncontrollably violent men were housed.
I'm gonna set the spirit seeker inside this isolation room here. I'm not gonna have a camera rolling on it, but it's loud enough that if it goes off, we're gonna hear it from probably multiple hallways away. It's very loud, so it works like a REM pod. It's set up right here in the middle of this isolation cell. So if this goes off, we'll know it. I put the spirit seeker inside one of those isolation cells down there.
Jason wanted to start on Ward F with a quick dowsing rod session. But before we could even get started, we hear something horrifying.
What the is that?
Wait. That sounds like
screaming.
That sounds like Amy.
What's going on? Amy
Hello?
or somebody's screaming like hell.
Hello? It sounded like it was coming from down here though, dude.
That sounded exactly like Amy.
That sounded like Amy screaming, like something was hurting
did.
her.
It was her exact voice.
It was.
That was Amy's voice.
It was.
Hold on, I gotta go find them and make sure everything's okay.
We'll stay up here.
Okay.
That was Amy's voice.
It was.
Sounds like they're getting some good stuff.
It sounded like something was attacking her.
What makes this so horrifying is in the moment we genuinely think this is Amy. The shrieking woman's voice sounds panicked, as if someone or something is trying to hurt her. And we can almost make out an Australian accent.
Did you hear it?
Oh, hell
yes.
yeah.
Whoa. Step this way, Jason. Step this way. Whoa. Okay, Ryan is gone. Did you want him out of here? Really?
Hello there.
Can you come over here and move these rods that I'm holding in both of my hands? Grab onto them and swing them.
Now, if you guys notice, none of that started until Ryan left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's been saying that he's felt oppressed in here.
Right.
That's weird.
Yep. Yeah.
Were you oppressing Ryan? Did you want him out of here for some reason? If you did, light that up again. Did you want him out of here for some reason? If you did, light that up again.
Did you hear a woman screaming outside?
Yes, right across the street here, yes.
Okay. Say it sounded like she was in pain.
Oh God. She might have been, but it was real.
Okay. I just ran down from the violent men's ward because we.
Yeah, that was that. If you were on this end, that's what you heard.
Okay. Thank you.
Come on down here. Or if you're down there, come down.
Here comes Ryan.
I made it out to the lobby. I didn't find Amy and Jarrad, but I made it out to the lobby and asked the tour guides if anyone was outside screaming. And they said there was a girl coming out of the bar over here on this side of the building, screaming very loudly. So
that's weird.
They said that's, when I asked them, they said, if you're over here on this, I told them where we were. And they said if that's where we were, that's most definitely what we heard, was that girl, so.
Well, she sounds exactly like Amy.
She sounds like an Amy sound-alike, so debunked, I guess, but.
So something weird did happen.
What?
As soon as you left, the REM pod started going off. And then we asked if they were just trying to get you out of here, and then it went off again.
That's creepy.
And then it hasn't gone off since, and I've asked since then the same question, and it hasn't gone off.
Well, if you want me to leave and go up to a different area and leave you alone, can you set that off? I'll go upstairs by myself. I'll leave you alone with these three.
But it was weird because nothing had gone off until you left, and
it was almost immediately as you left.
Yeah. And wow. You said that you were feeling oppressed the whole time you were up here.
Yes. I do feel a little bit better now, but it was real touch and go there for a while. I'm going to say, I don't normally get impressions or feelings on investigations, but I felt like I was about ready to snap for no reason. I felt like I was just angry, like rage. No, it was beyond agitation. It was like I was going to explode. I'm just going to take a walk through those upper floors by myself.
Okay.
I'm going to go up and walk through those whole upper floors. And if when I get back, you guys had activity, then we know it's me.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you all. See you in a bit.
All right, he's gone.
Well, fellows, my name is Jason. It's my friend Polly and Dave. We are here to get to meet you and talk to you. Can you tell us your name?
This is an area that had me a little bit creeped out earlier, so
It's going to be...
What the was that?
I was getting ready to say, I think it's going to be a lot of going on when you're looking one way. It's going
And
to
my
be
battery
happening
pack just went. Right as soon as that happened, my battery pack's dead. We'll see. All right, if there's anyone up here, I'm gonna set this music box up right here, pointed at this doorway. If you walk out of that door, it'll make pretty music play. Let it calibrate. Okay, we're calibrated.
All right, we moved it a little closer for you. So can you walk down the hall towards it and try and set it off?
Wow.
Dean, can you hear my voice? Please don't be afraid.
I'm gonna try and use the Ghost Tube Vox here. It's a spirit box program, again, designed by Amy and Jarrad. We're just gonna give a little run up here on the top floor. To be honest, I'm not even sure what ward I'm in right now.
It's a man.
It's a man. Yeah? My name is Ryan. I'm just here visiting. What's your name?
Gross.
Dean, you know you can move around here inside the hospital. You don't have to stay in here. You don't have to be fearful.
They're not going to hurt you anymore. And we're not going to hurt you.
Well, I'm gonna walk back down, find out if anything happened downstairs on the floor below, the third level. The violent units where Jason, Dave, and Polly are. I didn't have anything happen up here. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm like a repellent tonight. Nobody wants to talk to me.
Dean, we noticed you have some toys in here and some really
Dave,
nice
Jason?
toys. What?
Polly?
Yes. Watch out, there's cat balls in the hallway.
I'm coming.
Okay. There's a cat ball right there.
Dean, we noticed you have some really nice toys over there. You got this nice ball here. Would you like to roll it around? Can you roll it back to me? Would you like to roll it around?
This is a very odd sequence of events. This voice captured on Jason's digital voice recorder sounds like it says, "Get out of here."
Would you like to roll it around?
And then the feeling of anger returns, this time with a pounding headache and nausea. And just as Jason decides to spend the last few minutes in Ward F inside one of the seclusion cells, I just can't take it anymore.
I'm gonna go back down to the main lobby area down there.
It should be time though, shouldn't it?
Well, he's got a few more minutes. I'm just gonna go a little bit early. I'm not feeling good. My head is I'm starting to feel nauseous and woozy. Like I'm getting ready to pass out, so I'm just gonna go downstairs and...
What do you think it is?
I don't know, it's just this floor. When I was upstairs, I felt fine. I don't know if it's the energy in here, or there's something that's around me or what, but it's just like every time I'm on this floor, like I got chills right now, like the hair standing up on my neck. I don't know what it is. And it's weird because nothing happens when I'm around, but I feel like there's something that's like on me when I'm on this floor.
You want to take that camera she has and film yourself walking back?
No, I'll leave that to you guys because I don't want to take I'll just start rolling when I get down there or something on one of the cams.
You want a flashlight? I have one.
Oh no, I should be good. I appreciate it though.
All right.
I'll be good to make it down there without one. I'll see you in a few.
It's almost like something has it in for Ryan.
What?
Something has it in for Ryan. They're trying to get to him. I've never seen him like this before.
No, that's weird.
That's me walking by, Jason.
Hello?
Did he say anything to you when he walked out?
He just said, that was me passing by, Jason.
That's it?
Yeah, why?
There's something wrong with him. He's acting really weird.
Yeah. Because he told us, he said, he just set the camera down and started walking out. Said that he was going back down to the lobby because he didn't feel right.
I don't normally get that way where I have to leave on a particular session or investigation. I don't know, it felt like every time I was on that floor, it felt like there was something wrong with me, and that's really difficult to explain, and I know a lot of people aren't gonna be able to see that, or I'm not gonna be able to convey that through the camera, through the video, but it got to the point where just anytime I was on that third floor in those two wards specifically, I just couldn't, almost like I couldn't breathe. My head started to hurt, I started to feel angry, and then towards the end I started to feel like nauseous, like I was on a boat, like I was experiencing really bad vertigo. And then I just had to get out of there, I just had to leave.
I don't know, let's go back down to the lobby, meet up with everybody and see what he's
what's the
feeling.
situation,
Yeah.
It's time to switch wings with Amy and Jarrad. They'll move up to the upper floors to focus on the areas for alcoholics and narcotics detox, while we move to the oldest part of the building, the Civil War wing, for an Estes Method Spirit Box session.
Ooh.
What was that? I thought I heard screaming.
I did too.
Ooh,
what?
Oh,
What?
Hello? Did you not hear talking?
No.
I heard people.
I'll be interested to play that back because I didn't hear that. I was focused on the...
Well, it was either talking or movement. I heard something in here, and it wasn't water. And it freaked me out for a second.
That's water. That's not what David and I heard.
No.
Did you hear it too?
No, it was before what you heard. It was down that way.
Right, what was that? I thought I heard screaming.
I did too.
What?
Oh,
What? Start sweeping. This is... There you go.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
You don't look creepy or anything standing there.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like a damn shadow.
I know, exactly.
If there's anyone here with us, our friend Dave is standing in the doorway there. He's got a box that will hopefully let you speak to him. We're going to ask the questions, and you can give him the answers.
I thought I heard Polly.
heard your name. What about Polly? Do you have something to tell Polly?
Did?
Well, you still can. She's standing right here. Just tell Dave what you want her to know.
Did they leave?
No.
Did who leave?
In addition to talking to Dave, there's a couple of lights that you can touch around here. Really, the real reason that we're here is we're here to find out if you can still speak to us after you've passed on.
The guy behind me in the doorway can hear your voice. If you have any messages for us or anybody else.
Bad?
I think they just don't like me for some reason.
You think?
Or they just don't want to answer me. Because what was it that it said the last time you asked a question? Are they gone?
Yeah, something like that.
And I said no. And then it stopped responding. And then you just ask another question, and another response comes through.
They said bad.
Maybe I should just take a couple steps. I'm not leaving the room, I'm just stepping back. See what happens.
What do you mean? What is bad?
Get up.
Who are you talking to? Who needs to get up? We're all standing.
Wait.
I'm about to go into this room here.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Ask if it doesn't want me to go in this room.
That guy down there, his name is Ryan. Are you talking to him? Do you want him to wait? Yes or no?
All right.
Start walking in there, Ryan. Ryan's going to walk in there because you said it's all right. Can you please help me understand what you're talking about?
I'm feeling a very weird presence in front of me, and I have cold chills.
Are you in front of Dave? Can you reach out and touch him on his hand or his arm, please?
You said my name. What do you want to tell me? How do you know my name?
Him?
Him who? Can you see us here?
Please don't leave us. We want to talk to you. Can you tell us what your name is?
I'm going to go ahead and stop.
Okay. There was a few weird responses there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, my eyes were closed with the mask on. but I could sense a very dark presence to my front and left. And I just kept hearing, like, in my head, move, 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 move.
Which would make sense because you were in the doorway.
Right.
All right. So we're all together now. We are headed to the... Are we going to go to the lobotomy recovery, or where are we planning on going?
I definitely want to go lobotomy, and you guys want to go through the criminally insane area, right?
Yeah, we're going to have to walk through the criminally insane area to get to the lobotomy, so I think that'll work out.
Awesome.
Yeah? Let's head
Let's
down.
do it. It feels a little bit different this time than when we were over here last.
I think it's colder for sure.
Thank you.
Is this where the criminally insane started?
This was all it, right, Jason?
Yes, from the archway that we just came through on down here, yes.
Yeah, so we are now in the section that was used to house the criminally insane patients of Trans Allegheny.
You want to set up here for just a minute?
Yeah? Let me put this EDI... Actually, let me see that REM pod.
It's right here.
I think it'd be cool if we put the REM pod in the cigarette window.
Yeah.
See if anybody wants to get any cigarettes.
If there's anybody in here that wants a cigarette, you better walk up and grab one right now.
Ooh. Got a drop in temperature on the EDI plus meter there. Flashing blue light.
Where's the EDI, sorry?
It's in my hand.
Oh, gotcha. I'll film you then.
Yeah, I had... it was weird too because I'd said literally right before that happened, I was thinking to myself that it felt colder right here to my right all of a sudden.
Really?
And then the blue light flashed, but I didn't vocalize it yet. I was waiting a second to vocalize it.
If there is someone here, can you come and take a seat with us?
Did you hear that?
I heard a dude's voice, yeah.
Yeah, that was a man's voice.
I would guess behind Jarrad in this area.
Yeah.
Why is it always behind me?
Did you hear it?
I did not.
It was definitely a man's voice.
Can you say something else really loudly for us? Yeah, that's odd. It's like it always feels like distant and muffled here.
Yeah. But it was crazy because we both heard it, and I mean, we both looked directly. You know, I looked directly at you because I saw your face change when the voice came through, and I heard it too. It was definitely a man's voice. Where it came from, I'm not sure, but. Did you hear that?
I heard a dude's voice, yeah.
Where did you go? Can you knock on something for us?
EDI. It was behind you guys. I can't. Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's going nuts.
Are you sitting in that chair over there? Can you try and knock that thing off of that chair?
Maybe you can make a really loud noise for us.
You know what I heard? I heard that it's time for everyone to line up and go to the window and get their 1 hourly cigarette. Does anybody want to smoke? Well, I thought it would work.
Can you tell us what crime that you are convicted of?
Whoa. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
There was also a noise straight down here.
Wow. Thank you.
Is that you? Wow. If that's you,
Take out cigarettes. That's right. It just took him a minute to line up and get a cigarette.
I feel like it responded right as soon as you asked about a crime they had committed.
Mm-hmm.
And this was criminally insane, so...
do you not like it when people ask you what crime you're convicted of?
That's a lot of energy.
Let me guess, you're innocent.
We're not here to judge anybody.
Did you hurt somebody? Is that why you're in here?
Are you guilty? Innocent? Did you do a crime?
I wonder if that was just like... Never mind.
It's the word crime, it seems.
It is.
What did you ask, Polly?
If they did a crime?
If they did.
Can you push that thing right off of there?
Go ahead and give it a big push.
Just push it right onto the floor.
Did people hear a noise as well?
That was my stomach.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
That was strong.
Yeah. Crime. I just figured I'd try it.
It just sounds funny out of context. Crime.
Is anything showing up on the thermal over there?
No. I can see the reflection of us in the window, but that's it. Yeah.
With our time here at the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum running short, we have one last area to investigate. The Lobotomy Recovery Unit, where many unfortunate patients were sent after their Trans-Orbital Lobotomy to see if they'd either recover or die of a fatal brain hemorrhage.
Oh, look at that spider webs down there. No, not money really, but in there.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. What the f?
What?
Did you just blow on my neck, Amy? That's a weird question, but like...
Oh yeah, I just come up right behind him up.
Literally, I just felt a gust of air hit me right here on the side of the neck.
Oh,
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
It was like right here. Is there a gust of wind right here when you walk through?
Ames, are you sure you didn't blow?
I didn't. I swear I did not.
It startled me because I walked through this doorway and it felt like something literally just blew on my neck right here.
I thought you were gonna say something dripped on your head or something.
No,
like a raindrop came in, but no, yeah.
You know, yeah, it was a strong gust of air from behind, kind of behind me, but kind of more like in this direction right here. It was a strong gust of air too.
That's very strange.
Yeah. All right. We are now in lobotomy recovery.
Well, if there's anybody down here, we have 3 devices right over here on the wall. Could you try and let us know that you're here by trying to touch one of them?
So if there's anyone here in bed, I hope that you're able to get up now. If you're able to get up now and that you want to maybe talk to us and show us that you're here, if you go towards the red light or the orange lights on that shelf up there, we'll know you're here.
Do you hear talking?
I thought I could.
I heard a muffled voice down here, but I also heard just behind here like a little metallic tink kind of noise. I don't know what's on the wall here. If you can say something very loudly to us, maybe we'll be able to hear you.
Do you think if they were brought down here for lobotomy recovery, do you think any of the spirits would be within the right mindset to communicate with us?
Yeah, I mean, that is true to think about. Like, as far as communication goes, sometimes maybe they won't communicate as clearly with us just because they do have severe mental illness. And maybe their communication skills weren't really there anymore.
I think that there's a lot of variation. So you can have a lobotomy and maybe certain parts of the brain aren't as affected. Maybe it's just how the procedure went, or maybe it's to do with the person. So I think there could be a big variation in how you're affected by it as well. So
that's true.
And they did so many here, so maybe some were a little bit more mild, you know, if you can class that as mild, but yeah.
Well, if you did have a lobotomy here and you can hear us speaking, we just wanted to convey to you how sorry we are that you had to go through that and how awful that experience must have been for you. They're not allowed to perform those anymore. They're considered barbaric and inhumane. But if you have a message for us, you're more than welcome to come out and speak to us, or to just let us know that you're here by touching the lights over there. What was that?
What'd you hear?
I heard a whiny sound. That's not another stomach, was it? That was a...
I heard it too.
It didn't sound like...
It sounded further.
It sounded like a whimpering sound.
Like a... Exactly. Yeah. I guess we may have to consider things down here could be more residual as well.
Yeah.
What was that? That sounded like a door.
Sure, I'm just going to have a look. So if there's anyone around, my name is Amy and I've brought some friends with me. They're very friendly. If you are making noises, can you keep doing that for us? We really like that. Anyone in here? We don't mean to barge in with cameras. I personally always get weird vibes in bathrooms. I've got a theory, maybe it's the water. You know, people say water is closely related to paranormal and providing energy. Can you make a noise in here for us?
EDI's going off.
Is it really? Oh yeah, it is. Holy crap.
Just as like we leave, we'll get stuff in the other room. This place is like huge, way bigger than I thought. It does kind of look like there's a figure in the window down here.
Really?
Yeah, can you see that? On the right? Could just be how the glass is.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the middle of that window.
Can you
Was
wave
it
to us?
Now it's not there anymore. I don't think it'd be a reflection from that far away, would it?
I don't know. And you'd think like the breaks in the glass, you would see the horizontal ones. I'll just walk down there. So I'm seeing, it kind of looks like a person standing in front of this window down here. But honestly, now I'm closer to it, I think it's just colder in the middle, and because I'm so far away, it just looks like a person there. So I think that's normal. I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like
It looks super creepy back there though.
Yeah, it did from far away.
Yeah.
Ending our night at the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, here in the lobotomy recovery, is almost symbolic. For some patients, this was the end of the line, and for others, it was the beginning of their recovery from the awful things that they were put through. Some parts of this night were unsettling.
Would you like to roll it around?
It's almost like something has it in for Ryan. I've never seen him like this before.
No, that's weird.
Some parts of it were exciting.
Whoa. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
But as we end our investigation of this monument of history, we dedicate this video to those who were forced to live in a real horror story inside this sandstone building here in Weston. May every single soul affected by its existence find peace. We also wanted to thank Amy and Jarrad for inviting us here on this adventure with them. Sharing in these experiences was unforgettable. Go subscribe to Amy's Crypt, like and follow Amy's Crypt on all social media. And of course, download GhostTube to use on your investigations. And while you're at it, like this video. And if you're new here, subscribe to our channel and turn on bell notifications so you can join us on all of our haunting adventures.